Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. I am joined once again by my friend and co-host, Nate Thomas. My name's Carter, and we're here to hype you up for the Anaheim Ducks, who are very, very quickly climbing the what's the fucking word? Standings.
I was gonna say, do we need to really hype them up? They're kind of doing it themselves, right?
Yeah, I mean, Zegras is getting me pumped, and I feel like I just need to give it back to everybody that's listening. Because man,
I thought you said Zegras is getting meat pumped, and I'm like, what? Is he at the butcher, or are you talking about something else for a second? Then I realized you said he's getting
me personally. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows, just so everyone knows, Nate could have kept that entire comment in his head and chose to let it out. Just let that be known.
Well, come on, this is what the people come for, is entertainment, right? And me mishearing things, because even though I have headphones like directly onto my ears, I take a moment to process things. So
maybe you're just a slow processor.
I very much am as well, but
yeah. To answer your question, Marcus, no, yes, this is not live.
We just timed it perfectly. We knew you would comment that. We put it into this already. No, I'm kidding. Yes, this is live.
Yes, we are. We are finally live after a long time. 3 weeks.
Yeah, it has been a bit. Yeah, we did. Yeah. I guess the last episode was like the first one back kind of thing. But yeah, this is the first one live back. So it's good to be back. So,
it's good to have you back, Marcus, too. I feel like we haven't seen you for a long time. Probably 3 weeks, honestly.
I miss my friend Marcus.
Yeah. We also got a comment here from Mighty Chris saying be at the Ducks game tomorrow night. Nice.
I'll be there in spirit.
Just like all of them, hey?
Just like all of them.
Yeah. If you get any cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can drive over the border now.
We can, yeah.
Point, but I don't have the funds for that.
Yeah, that's the issue.
So I mean, if you want to PayPal me to come to see a Ducks game, that'd be great. But
yeah, Mighty Chris, if you get any good pictures, definitely let us know. Also, I want to know where you're sitting too, because the arenas looked pretty empty, honestly, for like the last few weekday games. So I wonder if maybe you got some nice lower bowl, like right behind the net seats. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think, and that's not just been Anaheim as well. That's been everywhere. Like I've been able to go to a couple Flames games, like just up in Calgary there, and like they've had more empty seats than you would have thought as well. So I think it's a mix of a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely
for both teams. I think right. Like it's people not quite ready to be back in those situations, which that's totally fine, right? Like I remember being back in a room full of people for the first time since, like the massive shutdowns and everything like that too, this summer. And yeah, it took a little bit to kind of get used to it.
It's weird.
Again. Yeah. Yeah. So it's, it's that it's, some people are choosing to remain unvaccinated, which, our opinions on that. We'll just leave it there at this point. We don't need to waste our breath with those people anymore. And I think it's still also because going into this season, it wasn't looking great for the Ducks, obviously. Right. And so, you look at last year and not great start or just not a great season. Right. So, do you really want to spend your money on what you would assume to be a loss? Right. You could spend it doing other things. Right. Especially in the SoCal area. Right. You could go to a basketball game or football game or anything like that, right? Spend your money that way too. So, but yeah, I thought maybe with the Ducks winning a few more games, obviously, that there might have been a few more people, and it kind of seems that way. But
I think it's starting to get there. Yeah, like I've just it seems louder in there, and I don't know if it's just the people that are there are being louder or not, but like on weekends, like across the league, I've noticed that it pretty much looks like sellouts, but during the week, there's been a lot of like half full. I was going to say half empty, but I'll be the optimist here this week. Half full stadiums. So even for like big markets, like say Boston or Pittsburgh, like, and you mentioned Calgary in there as well. Like, it's just like weird. And I think exactly what you said is it's just like people are hesitant to go back. Like even I felt kind of weird going to the game that we went to in Edmonton a few weeks back. Yeah. It's just like as I was like walking through the people, even though I had my mask on, I was like, this is just uncomfortable.
Kind of felt odd.
I haven't been around that many people since March of last year, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I guess I've been able to get a little bit more used to it. Just with like where I worked this summer.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Everything like that too, right? So I mean, definitely going to like say my first like that preseason game that I went to in Calgary as well. That was it was a little odd, but at the same time, I was just like happy to be back in an arena and stuff like that too. So and then going to regular season games and that kind of thing, like I'm pretty comfortable again at this point. Like obviously, there's still a little bit of that feeling, right? Of like, this doesn't feel quite right still, but you know, it's definitely nice that these places, these teams and whatnot are, you know, trying to their best to keep everybody safe as well, right? So like majority of places I think are asking for like vaccination status and that kind of stuff, right? So and I guess as well, like I had COVID, so I actually don't really know how that works, if I'm susceptible to it again or something like that. I honestly have no idea. But
no, I think from what I've heard from other people I know that have had COVID like more recently, like even after getting vaccinated, it's the body like has built up those antibodies, and then they like, so it actually like increases your I guess protection further after getting COVID. So that's all I know, because that's just what I've heard from other people.
So
I know nothing beyond that.
But
saying.
I'm superhuman is what you're saying.
Yeah, like if you get the flu shot this year, you might turn into Captain America.
Fuck yeah, maybe I'll watch out for me to show up in Spider-Man Far From Home, or I guess No Way Home. Nope. See, all the home names are getting me mixed up.
Yeah. Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home.
Yeah. Apparently they're supposed to be, it sounds like they're going to be doing another trilogy potentially. I wonder if they're sticking with the home thing, or if they're going to swap it now for the next ones. So
yeah, maybe that'd be interesting.
I don't know, but
maybe away. They'll do like a home and away trilogy.
Away.
Yeah. Spider-Man's in a white suit and
yeah. Oh, okay. I guess we're having like a very random unplugged.
Wait.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You talk about white suit though, and that just right away I had the connection of like, okay, the Fantastic Four is coming in though. And when Spider-Man was part of the Fantastic Four for a brief moment in the comics, or like the Future Foundation, I guess they all had like white suits and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. So just right away I'm making like different theories or something like that, just because you're like, yeah, maybe he'll have a white costume. I'm like, hold on a second here. Here's a story thread.
And then you have Spider-Man Away From Home.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that just or would that still be part of the home?
From home?
Maybe.
That's number 4.
Spider-Man Far From Away. Spider-Man Come From Away. There we go. That's got a nice ring to
it. Yeah. Or actually, wait, Away From Home, and you have like a tie with like the Secret Wars or something like that.
Oh yeah. See,
could be like the aftermath spinning. Of that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the gear spinning, man. Dude, I was telling you this beforehand. We aren't going to get too deep into the Spider-Man stuff because Carter hasn't watched the trailers. I want to respect that.
Which I appreciate.
But yeah, we were talking beforehand though that I was going like frame by frame on that trailer last night, trying to pick out stuff. And man, I had a fun time doing it. So
yeah. So if anyone watching or listening is like, I wanted them to talk about No Way Home. I had to think for a second.
Yeah.
Which home it was. But if you watch the trailer from No Way Home and you want someone to talk about it and you're upset that we're not, Nate's DMs are very open at
yes, they are.
TATENHOMAS. That's weird. I don't know how you do that so fast at the end of every episode, but he can be your outlet and he will have tons of wild stuff.
Yeah. And it's even gotten to the point that like I've been watching breakdowns already of like trailers and stuff like that. And I don't remember what company or like what channel it was. I don't normally watch a whole lot of their stuff because just in the past it's kind of like just meh for me. But I was like, okay, I'll try because you know it was one of the first ones out and stuff like that. And like, okay, let's see what other people have picked out. And man, maybe I'm a little bit of the asshole here, but like there was one thing where I'm just like, no, that's not correct whatsoever, and I straight up turned the video off. I'm like, I don't even want to watch the rest of this because I'm like, that is such a glaring thing in my mind. But for anybody else kind of thing. I'm just like, oh man, okay, yeah, maybe I am the asshole for that. But
no.
So like I guess kind of with everything, right? Like you have your favorite shows or that kind of thing. Like I have my favorite YouTube channels for stuff like that. So
yeah.
But
yeah, no, it makes sense.
That one was definitely not one of them, and I kind of just put them like back on the top shelf again of like to be left alone. So.
Yeah, just like people do with our podcast, I'm sure. They're like, we're talking and they're like, okay, I can handle this. And then we say something stupid like, I don't know, Zegras is only the second best player on the team, and then they turn the fucking
or Ryan gets
channel off.
Okay, Duck's Twitter is really gonna like this one. Brian Getzlaf really isn't that good, actually. He's not the greatest Duck of all time.
Yeah, he's just boosted. His stats are just boosted by his line mates. Look at elite guys like Corey Perry and elite winger Troy Terry there.
Yeah,
they're just boosting his numbers.
Yeah, Duck's Twitter is gonna know who I'm talking about for that one. I'm not gonna say who it is or anything like that. But if you're in the know, you know what I'm talking about. And Twitter had a fucking field day with that person. It was hilarious.
So. I haven't been on Twitter much in the last couple of days, so remind me to talk to you about that after.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds good.
Just before we really get into the Ducks talk here, just to tie it back to some of the questions I asked here. Mighty Chris saying be sitting at 433, section 433, row R, seat 11. Nice. Sweet. I will not be there, so I won't come and drop by and say hi, but nice.
Nice.
Also, I'm tying it together now. I saw above that you've dropped your Twitter handle, and now I recognize you. So this is the story behind the Mighty Chris. You were Rally Chris when you go to Angels games. That makes sense. I like it.
Yes.
You should get. Did you? I briefly browsed your comment. I'm sorry. I'm using my power. Do you have a Mighty Chris jersey? If not, you got to like stamp that on there, get it copyrighted. And then I also wanted to jump up to something Marcus had put here. That he plays AAA as a goalie. I had no idea you were a goalie, so that's very cool.
Goalie union.
But look at these stats here: 17-0-0, a 939 save percentage, and a 168 goals against. And you got scouted on the path to go to the NCAA. I would hope with stats like that, you're going to get scouted. Yeah. So congratulations. That sounds very cool.
I know a few beer league teams that could use your help also, by the way.
Yeah. It's all the teams Nate plays on.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, but this one specifically from Marcus, I want to pull up his most recent one here before we move on. Him just saying, no, this is my favorite podcast. I don't care if y'all say Fleury was a waste of a number 1 overall pick. I mean, I'll watch with anger, but I'll watch. And I will be on the anger part with you as well. If Carter were to say that, I will never fucking say that. There's one Fleury jersey right here. There's another one on the wall right beside me, and there's another one in the closet. The only reason it's not hanging on the wall right now is because I don't want to have to get on the ladder to take down 3 jerseys for next week when I try to get them all signed by Fleury when he comes to Calgary. So
yeah, that'll be cool. I would never say that unless I was like trying to piss you off because we were having an argument about something else. And I just wanted to like get under your skin. So.
It would purely be just to get a reaction out of me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, let's get right into the Ducks talk here. Not right into it because we kind of have already got into it, but
yeah. But I'm going to tie it back to a quick thing I said earlier, though. Ryan Getzlaf, not quote unquote, heavy sarcasm here, not being the greatest Duck of all time. No other Duck has 1,000 points with the team.
Yeah. Also, no other Duck has 999 points with the team.
Or 998. Or 997. 996. 995, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, or 89.
Yeah. Or 87.
Well, somebody would have. Yeah.
Yeah, at one point. But currently no one sits at 987.
Oh, no. Sorry. I'm talking all the time.
Yeah, me too. Currently, no one sits at 987 on the all-time list. There's someone at 988, but not 987.
Okay. All right.
We're done.
We're really getting into the specifics there, aren't we?
That was a lame bit. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, that was insane. You called it, I guess.
Yeah.
That man, we would get that last point in the Washington game. So.
I thought about it on the last episode. I'm like, we should make a bet for this, and I wish we had.
I wouldn't have agreed to that. First of all, everything that I've put money on this year, like hockey wise, like any sports bets or like the fantasy pools I'm in that have money on them, absolute fucking dog shit. Just I've been like in the one league I'm in that is paid, I am one of 2 teams that are 0-5, and I've lost because I know it sucks, and I've only lost, and I know no one gives a shit, but I've been like top 10 most weeks, but my opponent has been like just above me, and like usually they're like way down here, like 20th in a 32 team league or whatever, and then they just like pop off for a week, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why? So so I'm done putting money on things for hockey this season. It's just not happening. Nate's frozen again. I see we got comments here again. Just until he gets back on. Mighty Chris says, I did get 2 custom Rally Chris Angels jerseys, though I just ordered an orange Mighty Ducks Trevor Zegras jersey. You can't be mad about that. That's going to be awesome. I'm assuming you got it with the 46 on the back. Hopefully he doesn't change numbers next season, because I think he wore 13 before, but Marcus, technically 24-0-1 if you include preseason. Yeah, why not? It makes your stats look even better. Oh, I saw Nate move, so he must be back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, with the Ducks, Terry still going on a tear.
Ooh.
Troy Terry.
Terry. Yeah. Troy Terry.
It's got a ring to it, I guess. It's got something.
Troy Teriyaki Terry.
Teriyaki Terry. Okay.
There you go.
Now we're getting there.
That just made me hungry again, man. I love teriyaki. Okay, sorry, back to Terry. Just going off 11. No, wait.
11.
That's last stats.
He still only has 11 goals. Yeah, it's 11 goals, 10 assists, I believe.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, on a 15 game point streak, tied for longest active streak in the league right now with just an all right player, I guess, Connor McDavid. Heard his name a few times around the league, but and he's 3rd in Ducks franchise history for longest streak.
What is the longest again?
Take a guess on the player.
Okay, well, it's gonna be between 2. I feel like I'm gonna go with Korea.
Nope, it is not.
Okay, then Solani.
It's also not Solani. He's 2nd though, with the longest streak of the 17. Okay, next one. Go hit it.
Corey Perry.
There you go. With how many games?
Okay, well, we're at 15 right now. If he's in 3rd place, I'm gonna take a guess at like 18.
19.
Oh, okay,
pretty close. And what season do you think that was?
14, 15?
No, 9-10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was just for fun. I didn't expect any of those, but yeah. And Solani's of 17 for 2nd place was in 98-99. So yeah, Troy Terry's still going. So do you think he does it? Do you think he gets to 20 games?
That's a little bit more tough than I think, like saying like which game is Getzlaf going to get the 1,000 points. He's at least going to get 2nd, I feel like.
You think so?
Yeah, or tie for 2nd. He'll be at 17.
He'll do it for a couple more games.
Yeah, I think so.
That. I don't know.
Who do we play upcoming? But then again, I guess we were thinking like, oh, the winning streak might end against like Washington or that, and we beat them in overtime. We're playing Carolina tonight, I guess, the day that this drops, but tomorrow because we're recording live.
Yeah.
Let me take a look. Oh, they have Carolina, Nashville, Colorado. Yeah, he might be able to actually tie it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can tie it.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to. I mean, Carolina's been rolling as well, so that'll be a very, very tough game. But I think he could still easily get a point, like get an assist off of something.
Yeah, where the hell is Freddie Anderson sitting in stats right now?
Oh boy, he's been want to
know. Freddie Anderson currently 3rd for goals against average with a 1.78.
That's insane.
4th with a 938 save percentage.
Hey, Marcus's stats are actually better than that. At a 939 and 168.
And
just slightly.
With a 9-2-0 record currently.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Had to. Okay. Of the top 5 goalies, 3 have played in Toronto. 1 is currently in Toronto for save percentage.
Who's the other one besides Campbell and Anderson?
Okay, plays for San Jose.
Plays currently for San Jose?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single San Jose game this year, so I honestly have no idea. Give me a sec though.
Okay, let's put it this way. Freddie Anderson replaced him in Carolina. Let's see if you remember that.
Oh, I almost said Nedeljkovic, and I was like, no, that's fucking stupid. James Reimer. Yeah.
Okay. James Reimer is currently tied for first place in save percentage with a 943 in San Jose. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he is also second place with goals against with a 1.71. How many games is that in though? In 8 games with a 4-2-1 record.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Oh, and he just played last night. Okay, all right.
Not bad. Yeah, San Jose's been surprisingly okay this year.
So. Still not in a playoff spot though. They are 2 spots out of the wild card.
Okay, let's calm down. It's San Jose we're talking about. Yeah, still, but I'm just saying our expectations were so low that
with numbers like that though that they would be in. But I guess who's their? Oh, Aiden Hill's their other goalie. I'm trying to think of his stats right now, but I can't offhand. No. I mean, I know I have it right here on my phone, but this isn't the San Jose podcast. If you guys want to listen to that, though, San Jose Hockey Now podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network.
Yeah. Back to the Ducks. Troy Terry. I honestly can't talk enough about this guy. Like, fuck, I love him so much. Yeah.
Yes. Give it to me. Inject him in my veins.
Absolutely.
If I had like just a fraction of the talent that he had, maybe my parents would love me. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure my parents love me.
Pretty sure is the key word there. Anyways, before this turns into Nate's therapy session, because I don't think
this is always my therapy session. I go on a rant almost every episode. This is my therapy. I get paid for my therapy. It's great.
Yeah. The Ducks, I don't think because we didn't mention this on a 8-game win streak, as the episode of the title of the episode says. 8 is pretty great, and obviously we're not talking about Ovechkin. So.
Oh my! Okay, really quickly, did you see the post from the Anaheim Ducks today? That was like somebody in this picture got many points last night and scored an overtime winner. But it's not the guy on the left. And it's a picture of a young Trevor Zegras and Alex Ovechkin.
Nice.
I'm like, oh my God, that's great. Anaheim social media has actually been pretty good this year. So but I guess it definitely helps when you're winning. You can have some fun and stuff like that. But so
maybe we'll be the next bunch of jerks.
Yeah, maybe.
Bunch of quackheads. That's what I hope it is.
Oh, God. That's what people are going to call us. Oh, man.
Maybe just the 2 of us. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you brought him up here and because I've got the Zegras is 18, right? Or like 19? At least 18 is what I'm saying. 19.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have the biggest boner for Trevor Zegras right now. Like, somebody call my doctor because it has lasted like almost 4 days, not to mention 4 hours.
Yeah, you should really get that checked out.
Yeah, dude, that stick toss after the overtime goal. I don't give a shit if Jack Hughes did that a few days ago.
Stick tossed your stick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I saw that, man. I was right away. I'm just like, the dude tossed his stick. I don't care if Jack Hughes did it first. That's just a like confident, ballsy celebration.
Yeah, he did it like just stone faced, like didn't even think about it. He like skated over and he was like, "Fuck it."
Well, and same with his first goal as well, which is beautiful, by the way. But like, just like the open arms, just staring at the crowd, stone faced. Like,
yeah,
it's just like
that's good.
The Trevor Zegras show is here, and if he keeps it up, yeah, it's definitely here. currently 6 with 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points in 15 games.
4 of those goals at least came in the last 2 games.
Yeah. To see that.
Yeah, but he's found success on the power play. He's scored key goals, like the one in overtime, obviously. I think he's finally starting to become the player that we all expected. A little bit slowly. I feel like I kind of bashed him last episode, and I totally didn't mean to, but I was like kind of getting frustrated because like I said, I put like a little bit of money on him at the beginning of the season to win the Calder, and I'm just regretting everything. But now he's finally starting to pop off, so maybe I need to yell at him a little bit more.
I think it's still part, though, of like what I was talking about last season and going into this season as well, is you got to just let the guy play, right? Mm-hmm. Like his minutes have gone up over the last couple of games as well. He played 14. So. Yeah, he played 14:48 last night. So, and I know there was overtime, but that maybe adds a minute, right? But like you play him a little bit more, and things happen.
Yeah,
it's incredible. Dallas Eakins does listen to the show.
Yeah,
there was something else as well that I had retweeted the other day that I was like, see, this is proof that Dallas Eakins listens.
I think it was something like the Ducks need to score more goals, or the Ducks need to win more, or something like that.
It was something with goal scoring, and it was like, I think it was like before the Washington game, they had like in their last, like during the streak or something like that, they had outscored their opponents. I think it was like 32-11 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, like I know we were like one of the worst teams for goal scoring last year. So just in general, yes, goal scoring needs to go up. But we talked about having one guy who can lead the offense, right? Like that guy who's gonna be above everybody else in the stats. We got Troy Terry. It's working out, right?
Yeah,
he plays Zegras a little bit more. It's working out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have Ryan Getzlaf in a position where he's eating top line minutes, right? But it still plays a prominent role.
Mm-hmm.
It's working out, right? The guy, like I'm pretty sure he's still over a point per game right now, technically.
Getzlaf?
Yeah, Ryan Getzlaf, 18 points in 17 games, right?
The resurgence of Ryan Getzlaf.
Yeah, you give John Gibson a little bit more of a break. It hasn't happened as much lately, but
I mean, to some extent, like considering just how many games he's played so far this season, and I get that he was injured for a few games still, so you kind of factor that in, and it's not really a conscious decision, but he is still playing very, very well because I think he had a little bit of that rest within the first few weeks of the season. And I'm not saying I hope he gets injured again, but I hope that he takes some time off, whether it's for a minor injury or to rehab maybe a minor injury that's not going to take him out. Like he could still play the backup role. I'm not hoping he gets injured. I don't want that. But
knock on wood.
I just don't trust. Yeah, I just don't trust Eakins to make the conscious decision to be like, you know what? Even though he's had a game or a day off already, and it's not a back-to-back situation, I still want to play Stellaris just to give Gibson some extra rest. Yeah. I don't trust him to make that decision. So I'm hoping that there's something where Gibson's like, I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'm feeling 95%. Put Stellaris in net. I'll just rest me so I'm there next game. And I know he's not going to do that either, but
yeah. And see, like the Seattle game last week was definitely a rough one for John Gibson. As rough as my voice apparently is right there. Jesus Christ. Taking a look at his stats from that game, right? 21 saves on 25 shots for an .840 save percentage in the full 60 minutes. That's not what you normally see from John Gibson, but then there was there's 2 days off even to go play Vancouver, and just that little bit extra of rest to just kind of hang out kind of thing, right? Yeah. That helped. 5-1 win, right? So, and it's just it's been going good from there. John Gibson currently sitting with 13 games played, a 9-2-2 record, a 233 goals against, and a 925 save percentage.
That's awesome.
Which is, I'm just seeing what it's. His goals against sits 15th in the league, so
a little bit below average.
Yeah,
or maybe average. Yeah, I don't know. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, and his save percentage is good for 14th. Man, goalies have just been going off this year, apparently, and I am here for it.
Yeah, like a 925, when I hear that, I'm like, that is a very good save percentage. That's got to be like top 5 in the league. But to be 14th is like insane to me. So
yeah, I definitely would have to look into this a little bit more and see, like, with like a minimum games played or something like that. I'm just looking at the NHL app right now.
But yeah, because there might be a few that have played only 1 or 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to look at that until like the end of the season, and then you can kind of pick out like, oh, well, the guy that's top in save percentage played 1 game and got a shutout, so like obviously I can ignore that, and then now look at
David Anderson,
John Gibson in second. Yeah.
1 game with, or no, I guess he didn't have a shutout. Who's the guy, or not? He did it in Chicago. What's his name?
I feel like it was Scott something or something.
Yeah, Scott. It'll come to me later.
Scott Sterling.
Oh my god, Scott Sterling.
Fuck, I hope people know what we're talking about. That's if not, you gotta just Google Scott Sterling. Yeah, maybe we'll throw it in for a what's quacking coming up here, because man, I got time for that video every day.
Is that the soccer one or the volleyball one?
Well, there's 2.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the soccer one though.
Sterling? Okay.
They're both Scott Sterling. Yeah. But the soccer one is, I'm pretty sure, was the first one, and yeah, it's so funny.
Just like sitting him up in the chair, he's like hunched over, like as he falls, gets hit in the face.
It's just so ridiculous that it's hilarious. My favorite is when they're like, where is he? And he's crawling away from the net, and it goes off the fucking bar and hits him. Like, it's just so dumb, but
so good. Honestly, like, we gotta see, like, this is kind of the struggle when it's like you're also just listening to this as well, right? Like, we'd show some hilarious videos, but I feel like there's some things you have to see as well in order to like get the joke. There's some that are like the fake play-by-play over top of it. There's the one that goes around, every few months. I feel like that's like the kid from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The team's letting him on the field to actually like be in a play or something like that. And someone from the other team just doesn't know it and just tackles him, like kills him basically. And little Johnny is fucking dead.
Yeah, I love those videos. It's up there with like just cats being assholes, and then there's like what's the word I'm looking for? Military people. Is that the word? Military people?
Like soldiers?
Soldiers. Thank you. That's the word. I'm having a rough time with certain words today. So my top categories of videos all time: cats being assholes, soldiers coming home and their dogs being like, holy fuck, I'm so gets me every time. And then like the play-by-play videos, like the fake play-by-play for third. Those are my top 3 video categories of all time. I got time for those like every day. But because we've gotten so far off the rails, I feel like we just need a minute to to reset and talk about some more Ducks things. So we're going to throw it over to our friends at DraftKings, and we'll see you guys on the other side of the break here.
The NHL season is underway, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer to celebrate the greatest sport on ice. New customers can bet just $1 on any NHL game and win $100 in free bets if either team scores. Doesn't matter if it's a one-time clapper or an awesome deflection. However they light the lamp, either team, you win. It's easy money. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, DraftKings won't leave you empty-handed. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, throw down $1 on any NHL game, and win $100 in free bets if either team scores. This week, one puck in the net nets you a big win with promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Give me just 2 seconds here.
Okay.
Give me just 2 seconds.
Marcus says, I love Scott Sterling, and Scott Sterling loves you. Oh, you got it? Yes. I don't even care if this gets our video taken down. It's fucking worth it.
We'll just play so just a couple seconds of it.
Stop this attempt. Let's go back to Scott Sterling, the man, the myth, the legend.
He's just so he's having a rough time. Oh no, Nate froze. He tried to do too much.
Yeah, my computer decided to run YouTube and stream at the same time. I was just like, nope, fuck it.
Yeah.
But you got the gist of it. Just right there. The man, the myth, the legend. It did show like his face.
Oh,
that,
yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See, this is why you need to watch this on YouTube or watch this live on Twitch. And then you get to see this kind of stuff. Or you just search the Scott Sterling videos. That one's the soccer one. He's just all bloodied up. Like his entire face is bruised at that point. Stuff like that. I didn't realize that was like a 5-minute video as well. Yeah. Like so, but yeah, you're right. There is like volleyball. There's the soccer one. Apparently there's a baseball one too. I saw the search results, but yeah.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah, so, the soccer one's classic.
Yeah, so. we'll have to just search it up after. So
yeah. Because we didn't really talk about this much. I mean, we kind of did, but we kind of just glazed over it here. Captain Clutch getting his 1,000th point with the Ducks.
Yes.
In typical fashion, just kind of an area pass up for a goal. Like I expect nothing else at this point. Yeah. Like every milestone now is just going to be that. And I mean, I guess the next milestone's 1,100 points, so we got a ways to go. But if he even plays that long, it's hard to say. Because I mean. Maybe another season at the pace he's going at.
Yeah, it could be.
It takes, so, but or this season, that would be nice.
Yeah,
100 points, and what do we have left? Like 60 games, 60 some games.
Well, we're finished
65 games.
Yeah, 65 games. Oh my god, just yeet my phone. How many games? Oh shit. Oh man, can you tell we're both tired? We're just like loopy at this point.
I'm trying to keep us on track. I really am.
Promise it's just root beer in this bottle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that was I mean, it's so cool to like be able to see Getzlaf hit these milestones because like we've talked about before, like we've like he's been around in the league pretty much as long as we've been watching hockey, and like it's so cool to see, especially because he's Canadian too, and like we watched him with Team Canada, and like that was always a lot of fun. That was like the only time we would ever cheer for Getzlaf until we became Ducks fans. So yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, I thought about it last night when they just had like his stats up and stuff like that. We were 6 years old when he was drafted.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. So who else is still kicking from that draft class? Actually, I'm kind of curious.
Well, they'd be Perry.
Yeah, Perry for sure. Okay, I'm going to search up like just like the first round and we'll see here. But yeah, you can continue talking about how great Ryan Getzlaf is and that he's obviously one of, if not the greatest Duck of all time. I'm just going to throw that shade again.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Man, I just, this is totally unrelated to his hockey skills, but I just love how streamlined that man is. Like just the full bald. So when he takes his helmet off to do his post-game interview with Allie, like
but the mustache is coming in. The mustache is coming in.
Yeah. First of all, though, Allie's a smoke, but like she's second compared to Ryan Getzlaf, in my opinion. Like that's just what a gorgeous man, especially with that stash. I love it. All the Ducks this season actually have like really, really good stashes for Movember.
Yeah, stashes. The flow game is on point.
Oh yeah,
with like this team is just a good looking team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does anybody Nick Delorier. I mean, there are definitely the stands out there. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah. I mean,
throw them away out there, kind of thing. But
you put Nick Delorier on like any of the other 31 NHL teams, and I think he's up there. He's just surrounded by such other beautiful men that you're just like, I mean, like he's kind of got that like roughed up kind of charm, you know, like a cowboy just coming out from the field kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's got that look about him. So.
There you go.
I'm not gay, by the way. I just
you can respect when there's a good-looking man.
Oh yeah, exactly.
How come you never tell me I'm good-looking?
Because I'm an honest man.
Oof. All right, 2003 draft class. First round, Marc-Andre Fleury still playing. Eric Stahl, did he get picked up by somebody? I don't.
Not
think
yet.
Not yet. Okay.
He hasn't retired though. He's in talks with a few teams from what I've seen. So.
Okay. Go to the 5th overall pick. I'm pretty sure Thomas Vanek is still playing somewhere.
I don't know about that. Actually, is it TH or just TO?
THO. Yep. Like my last name.
Okay. I guess I could have went with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ryan Suter, I know for sure, is still playing at number 7. At number 9, Dion Phaneuf just retired the other day. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, just to interrupt here. Vanek is not still playing. His last season was 18-19 with Detroit.
Oh, damn. Okay. 2011. At pick number 11, Jeff Carter is still playing. But where is he?
He's not in Pittsburgh still, right?
Yes, you're right.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought he moved this offseason.
No, I think that's where he went. Dude, like 25% of the league moved around this offseason. It's so hard to figure out where everybody is.
Man, he was drafted by Philly? What the fuck?
Yeah, he
played there for a long time.
Which was a traded pick from Phoenix.
Dude, and he played there for a long time, and then he went to Columbus, and then he went to LA. I thought he was in LA the whole time.
Nope.
He went to Pittsburgh 2 seasons ago.
Okay. Speaking of LA, at pick number 13, Dustin Brown.
Oh yes, he's still
Brent Seabrook, technically not retired, but
he's not playing anymore.
Zach Parise at number 17 is still playing. Ryan Getzlaf at number 19. Obviously,
this draft class is insane.
Number 20, Brent Burns is still a top line defenseman.
Yeah,
mind you, though, he was drafted as
in
a
San Jose,
right winger.
Right?
Yeah, but he's also as a right winger.
Yeah, let's preface that he's a top line pairing defenseman in San Jose.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So, pump the brakes.
Let's see here. Oil's taking it in Pittsburgh this year at number 26. Corey Perry at number 28, and he is in Tampa because he decided to not get beat by. Yeah, he decided not to get beat by the Tampa Bay Lightning anymore in the finals.
Yeah.
So, but which that pick as well, they were talking. Yeah, they were talking about it last night on the broadcast. That pick was from Dallas, and I kind of laughed about it because Corey Perry, the first place that he went to after Anaheim was Dallas. So in a way, Dallas got their 28th overall pick back from 2003
for nothing. They didn't even have to
for
bother.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, they just missed out on like what the 13 years of good Corey Perry.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm just like scrolling at this point through. It was mainly that first round.
That first round was stacked, dude. There was so many good players there.
But that second round had Patrice Bergeron, Shea Weber, and Corey Crawford in it.
Yeah, like it was a deep draft class when those guys are second round picks,
as well as David Backes and Jimmy Howard.
Ooh, there's some names there. I don't think we'll ever see a draft class like that again.
No,
there's no way. Like there's some good draft classes that are coming up, and obviously we won't know until we what 2003 was almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago. So but that draft class was just known right away that it was like going to be one of the greats, right? Yeah. So because especially when you had a majority of those players in the first round being Canadian, and they were on those World Junior teams that just dominated. Yeah,
like.
You just
nuts.
knew. Yeah,
exactly.
just because we're kind of off the rails already and talking about first rounds and stuff like that, Marcus wants to know if we think Lafreniere or Kakko are busts.
They just haven't been. I wouldn't say busts. Every player just develops differently. Some guys that are first overall picks just, could use a little bit of time in the minors, and New York just decided to use them right away. So, it might be a development thing. It might just be that they're not being utilized in the best way possible, right? Like kind of what was happening with Zegras last year, pretty much. So, that's my take on it. There's just it. I wouldn't say they're busts yet. And also, there's another thing as well that I came across this TikTok today really quickly that was like, this person's top 3 NHL draft busts, and this guy is always on everybody's list, and I will defend that it wasn't a bust. Is Mike DiPietro from the New York Islanders, right? That 2000 first overall pick. I wouldn't call him a bust just because it was injuries that ended his career, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So other than that, I think he would have been fine. Like, wouldn't have been a bust if not for injuries. So I stand by that.
Yeah, there's a difference between being a bust and like, I guess being unlucky, right?
Yeah,
so.
like Nail Yakupov, that is a bust.
That's a bust. Yeah,
I will be like hating the Oilers, right? Before he was even drafted, I'm like, if they draft Nail Yakupov, that is a mistake.
Yeah.
So,
but everyone was still saying, like, all the analysts and scouts were like, no, Yakupov's going to be a good player. And he showed flashes, but it's, I don't know. I'm not trying to defend Yakupov here.
No,
because he obviously was a bust, but
he's a cocky shit. It sounds like as well.
Yeah,
I think.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, Brian Burke had a thing about him or whatever. And he was just like, he went on like the do not draft list right away. So.
Oh yeah. To answer your question here though, Lafreniere, Kakko busts. Not yet. I don't think so. I think they're just late bloomers. I agree with Nate. I think some more development would have been good as well. But yeah, and it's not like they're still good players. They're just not able to compete at the same level as some of the other guys yet. So like you can still tell that they have a ton of skill and like high hockey IQ. Why is that hard to say?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's I wouldn't call them busts. Nolan Patrick, that's an interesting one as well.
A little bit.
Because he was supposed to be like really good, and before injuries even kind of got to him, he just wasn't really living up to that potential. But now it's hard to say because he's dealt with such major injuries like concussions and stuff. So
to go back to Lafreniere really quickly though, I saw somebody because I had seen this discussion a little bit before as well, actually, like just in the last day or two. And so I had a great comparison for Lafreniere. Was like it wasn't like Lafreniere wasn't supposed to be a McDavid or a Crosby or anything like that, right? He was supposed to be more along the lines of like a John Tavares, right?
Yeah.
Like just a solid, very good player, right? He wasn't supposed to be like the superstar kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
So that's the struggle with first overall picks, is everyone tries to lump them together. But like you look at all the first overall picks of like the last 10 years, like you can't compare McDavid to Lafreniere or like McKinnon to Nugent Hopkins or like Jack Hughes to Taylor Hall. Right? Like they're all just very different players. And because it's just down to how strong the draft classes of the year, like you're not going to have a McDavid every year. You're not going to have a McKinnon every year. You're not going to have a Hall every year. Same thing. Like you're not going to have a Yakupov every year, where there's a guy that's like, he's probably not going to really turn out, but it's the best we've got. Like it's every year is just so drastically different that it's hard to compare, but everyone does. Even myself, I compare first overall picks all the time. So I try not to, but yeah. I had another place I wanted to go after this, and I don't remember what it was. Do you have anything?
I got nothing else. I think we've pretty much hit all the points we have
for the deck stuff. Yeah, I think so. Okay, this is something that I've seen come up on some not so reliable sources, and just generally in like the Twitter and Reddit spheres and stuff like that. But I wanted your thoughts on it anyways, even though I don't really see it having any credibility. But John Gibson trade rumors. A lot of people are saying, should we sell high on John Gibson? And I don't know how I feel about that, because I get the point, but also why would you trade your top goalie when you don't have another starter or 1A in the system when you're
not
winning?
yet. Yeah, not yet anyway. If this was like, say, 2 years down the line and Dostal's ready to go, sure, why not? Because you're running into another Gibson Anderson situation at that point, right? I think the honestly, like, I think the reason more than anything that Gibson keeps getting tied to the Penguins, because we even had the Knicks reach out from Tip of the Iceberg podcast, the Penguins podcast on the network here as well.
When you said the Knicks reach out, I thought you were talking NBA, and I was like, what? You didn't tell me this?
Yeah, the New York Knicks are wondering, hey, what's going on with John Gibson?
Yeah, we need somebody to just stand in front of the hoop and goaltend, even though you can't in the NBA.
Yeah, but they had even reached out and they're like, have you guys really heard anything about this or that? And I'm like, no, I don't think there's any validity to it. Like, I think the biggest reason that Gibson keeps getting tied to Pittsburgh was that comment from last year of, he, like, that Gibson wants to win, which fair, I get it. But also, so it was just that, and it's like, okay, we can tie him to somewhere. He's from Pittsburgh. So why wouldn't you want to play for the hometown team? Yeah. Like, I think that's been the main thing I have seen for any links of John Gibson to Pittsburgh. Like, it's all, and I'm kind of surprised at this rumor, and I guess it is places like this that are bringing it up. But that this rumor has been around for this many months, right? Yeah. Just based off of that, like, especially now that the Ducks are winning too, right? Yeah, like, unless there's something I'm missing in this article for like why they're saying that, like, it's the Penguins might need to address goaltending, right? Which is just because of DeSmith and Jari, right? Yeah. But like, it's just like talking about like Louis Domingue, who's in their system now, might be part of their future plans, but. Yeah, it's just like throwing out names kind of thing. And then it's, okay, well, the Ducks are in a rebuild, so why not send the hometown guy home, right? Kind of thing. Like, I mean, obviously, if we were looking to trade, yes, you are selling absolutely skyrocket high.
Oh, the return's going to be ridiculous. Like, we're talking higher than Jack Eichel.
It would have to be, yeah. Because he's a goalie who is, I just really, honestly, just at the start of his prime. Yeah. Like, this is when goalies are normally breaking into the league, right? The guy's been around for years already. He knows the NHL game. I read off his stats earlier in the episode, right? Like, yeah, so that's really all it is. It's that, he's from Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh needs some goalie help. That's literally the only basis for this rumor. And it's been going on for months. Shut it down, you guys. Pick something else to write about. Honestly.
And I saw when I was trying to find this article to show you.
Here's a new
one
for you. Here's a new one for you. Just because it's as ridiculous as this one, and I know it's going to get you riled up as well. Probably. Just along the same lines. Connor McDavid wants to win. He's not happy enough with just the individual awards. He wants to win, right? And Toronto, they're pretty good down center, but you could always improve your center depth. So let's connect McDavid to Toronto.
Yeah. See, I mean,
you connect everybody else to Toronto anyway, but like you see what I mean? Like it's very thin connections that have no actual solid ground. Find something else to write about.
Yeah. And I mean, they did find something else to write about, because I found it when I was trying to link this article back to you. And they're talking about how good John Gibson is in Anaheim and how they should do everything they can to keep him around, even though he's locked up for however fucking long. So that's the issue I have. But I have seen like people talking about it now and like making mock trades. Marcus has one here as well, just because we're talking about it as well. But which I guess we can pull up here. He's saying John Gibson to Pittsburgh for a
John
Gibson and a 2023 sixth to Pittsburgh for Pittsburgh's 22 first, 24 third, 22 fourth, Casey DeSmith, and then he adds a prospect down below as well. I'd even say probably like it has to be a high level prospect and maybe like a depth forward or depth defenseman or something. Like there's going to be a lot for John Gibson, especially right now with how well he's been playing and how well the Ducks are doing. So
if by chance Gibson gets traded, which again, I don't think it's happening. Like based off of what's actually out there, it's not happening.
No.
If there is, we'll go with the 0.0000001% chance that this is happening, right? Or this season or in the next two. Let's go with that. You are getting a very high end goaltending prospect coming back, minimum, plus a first round pick for that year and potentially even the next. I think, right? And like I'm trying not to look at this because definitely when we saw it with the Eichel stuff as well, right? From Buffalo fans, when you're, you get kind of stuck in that mind frame. I'm trying to look at this from outside. What would I actually be willing to give up for John Gibson?
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm the Pittsburgh Penguins, what am I willing to give up?
You also have to look at his deal though, too.
Yeah.
John Gibson signed for, what is it, the next 4 or 5 years at $6.4 million? Are you kidding me?
Back. Yeah.
That's an insanely good deal for what John Gibson provides.
There's so many different things that it's going to be way too, if you thought the Rickard Rakell stuff last year was high and obviously he didn't get traded for it, imagine that for John Gibson. It's not fucking happening.
No, it's not. Unless the Ducks all of a sudden after this win streak go on, knock on wood, like a 20-game losing streak where they just look awful and everybody sucks except for John Gibson. If that happens, sure, we'll talk John Gibson trades. But until then, it's not happening.
But even then, I don't know, honestly.
I'm sick of talking about it, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Depends how badly Gibson wants out, right? Like if he wants to win and he gets a taste of it and then all of a sudden the team just like shits their pants collectively at the same time, then I don't know. But enough about that because it's I think it's getting us both a little riled up here. Yeah. So to calm down, let's take a quick break, and then we've got a couple quick things to talk about afterwards.
Cool.
I think we're doing this one. I hope so. It's the one I'm clicking on.
It's the top one.
What's up, everybody? This is Taylor and Brendan from Straight Up Sabres of the Hockey Podcast Network. Things are not going very well in Saberland this season, or really for the past 10 years or so. However, we here at Straight Up Sabres are so excited to keep bringing you guys the latest Sabres news, with everything ranging from interviews with some of your favorite Twitter follows all the way up to former players and everything in between. We have got you covered with your weekly coverage of the Buffalo Sabres.
That's right. We got a lot coming up through the rest of the season and into the offseason. Who's going to coach the team next year? Is Kevin Adams going to have a new boss? Will he be a president of hockey operations? Will there be an assistant GM? Are they going to fill out their scouting staff? How many times will I cry next season? Maybe 0. I'm dead inside. Will Jack Eichel be here? Sam Reinhart going to get extended? All this and more on Straight Up Sabres.
Exciting stuff. So make sure you're checking us out wherever you're listening to podcasts and following us on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at Straight Up Sabres, and on Twitter at Straight Sabres.
I think they have to update that that ad at this point.
But
back to what we were talking about before. If you think we're fucking trading John Gibson, no kidding. Just riled about it again. No, really quickly though, just like because we were talking Buffalo and stuff, or like I guess the ad was Buffalo based. Which go check those guys out. They do a great show. My girl, like part of my girlfriend's family is from like the Buffalo area and stuff like that. So like her cousins and stuff are Buffalo Sabres fans. They go to games and stuff like that as well. And I had said to my girlfriend, I'm like, man, that is so unfortunate that they're Sabres fans, right? And and then I had to clarify though, because I'll make that joke to say like Nick Floor from the San Jose Now podcast, right? Like, oh, it's unfortunate that you're a San Jose fan, kind of thing, right? Like, as a joke or whatever, but like, it's legitimately unfortunate that they are Buffalo Sabres fans just for what they have had to deal with for like over the last 10 years. Like, I genuinely feel bad for them. There's not too many teams
that, yeah,
exactly, right? Like, just for the betterment of them and for them to be able to enjoy hockey again, right? Because like that is a passionate fan base. Like that is a ride or die. That is the definition of a ride or die fan base, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just want them to do better. Like unless they're in your division, you just want them to do better. Just like you just feel bad for them at this point. Like it's not a pity thing or whatever. Like you're just like, man, just succeed.
You just want them to have some sort of hope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. There's the word right there is hope, right?
Hope.
Like there has not been hope in Buffalo forever. And then like, trading off Jack Eichel and stuff like that was just the tip of the iceberg, which, okay, there's another thing too. Here's my rant for the episode. I messaged you and our other buddy in our group chat the other night about this. The Buffalo Sabres management, what the fuck, you guys? Just in general, what the fuck? You kept a guy from getting surgery, number one. You kept him from getting it for, I think it's 8 months, number two, which is fucking ridiculous. Could you imagine the amount of pain that this dude was in? And third, like, you're freaking out about the surgery because it's never been done on an NHL player before. Let's clarify that. It's not that it's never been done on a hockey player. It's an NHL player. So you don't want to take that risk. Vegas decided, fuck it. We'll take the risk. Why not? Jack Eichel was like, the surgery took an hour. Everything went fine. And the dude literally walked out the same day.
Yeah, which is
walked
insane.
Out of the hospital after surgery. Fuck the Buffalo Sabres.
That never happens.
Yeah.
There's very few surgeries you can have where that happens.
Yeah. Like that, like just reading that, I'm like, or hearing that, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that's what you were all huffing and puffing about?
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's ridiculous. You could have still had the guy for the next 4 years. 5 years, I guess, right? Like,
yeah. The point of the break was to calm you down. And it didn't work.
Dude, I'm always riled up something. Come on.
I know. So I think we might run out of promos, but I think we're just going to go through them until you're calm. No.
Yeah. Okay. Here. What's the next one we got here? I guess the next one lined up would be for the next episode is the Windy City Bros podcast, which is Chicago based. There's another freak out, by the way. Chicago. Devil State of Mind podcast. I'm just gonna go through here quick, and I'm just gonna see what I can get pissed off about, just in general.
Okay.
Let me just see what I can get pissed off about.
You get pissed off about PK Subban for the Devils. You see,
what I was gonna go with was you guys actually let Martin Brodeur go play for a few games in St. Louis.
You're going back. I thought you were going a little more recent.
Are you guys fucking kidding me here? Like, you guys had the greatest goaltender of all time, and you guys didn't want to sign him just for one more season to let him play. Come on. The Corey Schneider thing worked out for you. Not very good. Bar down, breakdown. They're Islanders fans. You guys really booed John Tavares for wanting to go home and make some cash after you guys didn't really do yes, you guys made moves in order to try to keep him around. I get that, but like, it's not really what he wanted. All right. Next one, Bolts promo. I am not going to go down the $17 million over the cap thing because they were totally justified in doing that. You're allowed to do that because of the rules. 2004, it was not in. You guys should not have that cup. Let's see what else we got here. Catfish on Ice podcast, Nashville. What can I get mad at Nashville about? Is it no, it's Minnesota that has number one retired. Okay, never mind. I can't get mad about that one. I'm trying here. There's got to be something for Nashville. What can I get mad about?
I don't know. They're a very hard franchise to hate, actually.
Yeah, they're actually just a likable franchise.
Quit being so damn likable.
No, I got it. Okay. You guys are seriously throwing catfish on the ice. These catfish probably were enjoying their lives. They probably had a family. And you're like, you know what? I need to catch this catfish just for somebody to throw it on the fucking ice.
You're grasping at straws for that.
I'm grasping at straws a little bit, but it's along the lines of like the Save the Turtles kind of stuff.
Thank God we don't have a promo for every podcast. We'd be here all night.
We only got 2 more here for what I have, at least. I still have a couple more. You guys will be hearing some more from different shows soon here. Sporty with Corey and Richie. It took you fucking long enough to bring the Kachinas back, fucking Arizona. And the Red Wings rant. You guys were too good for way too long. All right. At least Red Wings fans have kind of simmered down a little bit and are like, okay, you know what? This is fine to suck for a little bit because we'll be great again for another fucking 25 years.
You good?
Give me another team. Let's keep this going. This is entertainment.
No, we're done. The Carolina Hurricanes, which you can't get mad at them because they're
You
all a
bunch
bunch
of
of jerks.
jerks.
They're the next game that
How
we have
dare
coming
you have
up here.
fun? Okay, actually, no, wait. Okay, Tony DeAngelo, done.
Okay, there you go. forgot he was there. We're playing the Carolina Hurricanes on Thursday, trying to keep the streak alive, extend it to 9 games here. That game's at 7 Pacific. We haven't seen the Hurricanes in a long time. I honestly don't remember the last time I saw them, but they're obviously rolling right now, so it's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be, like you can't really say a much better tough game. Excuse me. Currently taking a look at the standings, it is 8:08 p.m. Pacific time as we're recording this. Ducks are currently sitting first in the Pacific Division as well as the Western Conference currently, and sitting 6th in the league. Let's take a look at Carolina, 2nd in the league, only 1 point ahead, but 3 games in hand. Which also I was kind of laughing at the Ducks social media on Twitter as well last night because they posted the standings, right? Like showing like the Western Conference standings and that. And they put, if anybody talks about games in hand, you're getting blocked. I thought it was great.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. But yeah, Carolina is definitely going to be that game on, like, I guess if you're listening to the podcast of this, that game tonight against Carolina, that's going to be a fun game to watch, I think, because both teams are just fun teams to watch, honestly.
They're fast, they're young, they're winning. Yeah. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, it'll be good.
That top line of Aho, Svechnikov, and right now they have Seth Jarvis on there. Really, just let's go through the top 6 here as well. So second line, Toivo Teravainen, Vinny Trocheck, and Martin HS. That's a solid top 6, dude.
Yeah, it's decent.
There's nothing to complain about there. But Jesperi Kotkaniemi, with everything going on around him,
you want to talk about potential busts?
Yeah, it's not looking good, man.
No.
I traded for him in one of my fantasy leagues because I was like, there's no way this is sustainable. Fun fact, I think it's sustainable, and I think I fucked up.
I think Carolina fucked up as well because they have to, it's qualifying offers at $6 million next year.
Yeah, I mean, they did. It cost them nothing to get him, so like they could let him walk, I guess, technically.
Extend before the.
What'd you say? He's thinking real hard. I think he's stuck on something. Yeah, I can smell the gears turning from all the way over here. I don't know what he was going to talk about. Something about extending, which I think I don't know enough about to know how the contract things work. So I'll throw it back to him when he comes back. But
there we go.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I was you were frozen. Which way were you?
Yeah.
You were like, and you were like thinking, yeah. But you were like thinking real hard. So I was making fun of you. But what were you saying about extending him?
I think it's something like after January. There's a date in January that's when they can extend him. And it's like between then and I'm gonna be totally off on this, I think, but it's like they have a bit of time that they could extend him for less, I think, than his qualifying offer. But if it gets to a certain date, I think then that's what their qualifying offer has to be. I could be totally wrong on that, but it's something ridiculous like that.
There's something like that, yeah. But he's currently playing on the 4th line with Jordan Martinook and Steven Lorentz. Like, deservedly so. It has not been a good season for him. I mean,
deserving to the Hurricanes for doing that. Jeez, what did you guys expect?
Yeah. I think the issue is that it's $6.1 million, right? Like, I don't think he's a bad player. He's just not a $6 million
$3 million
right
now.
Why not?
Whatever. It's not money you want on your 4th line, but sure, whatever. It's a lot more reasonable to what he is. Like,
yeah.
So that's
I don't know. I like Kotkaniemi. I really hope that he does figure it out, at least to some extent, and becomes that $2 or $3 million player, because I think he has the potential. But like, man, there's just something not right now with him. So
yeah,
and I don't know if it's because he's trying to live up to that $6 million expectation or what it is, but there's something there.
Yeah, this dude is also like, I mean, a $2 to $3 million is like minimum what you expect of this guy because he was a third overall pick in 2018. Mind you, though, there's that infamous clip of that one Montreal fan in the stands when they drafted Kotkaniemi, who's just stunned, like, and let Brady the next guy drafted Brady Tkachuk by the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, that looks tough right now.
Yeah, it definitely does. So, but like that's not as much of a knock on Kotkaniemi, but he was not projected to go that high. Some guys can live up to it; it's fine. But like that was one that was, yeah. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
To me, the defense of Carolina is very scary as well. Jacob Slavin, Ethan Bear, Brady Shea. I know that you don't like this guy. I don't like him either. But
just don't say his name. We know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. But like you can't deny what he's done on the power play. Like offensively, he's been solid. Defensively, from what I've heard, I haven't seen any Canes games, but like as a hockey player, he's good. It's just unfortunate that as a human being, he sucks.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
And then third pairing, Brendan Smith and Ian Cole. I feel like they have a couple of injuries as well. Brett Pesce also. I don't think he's a defenseman, but like it's like they just have a solid team all around. And then goalies, Antti Ranta and Freddie Anderson, who we talked about earlier, is having a season for himself. That's for sure. So like there's just, there's a lot of things going well in Carolina. I think to me, they remind me of Tampa Bay, where maybe they're not going to perform in the playoffs yet, but they're still a fairly young team, and like, man, are they going to dominate in the regular season over the next few years? And then I see another cup coming for them very soon. But it's not going to be. I mean, it's going to be a fun game, but I'm nervous for the Ducks.
Yeah, I am as well, but not. I don't know. I'm okay. You know what? I'm gonna pull up Money Puck. I'm gonna see what the odds.
Like the odds for them winning this game are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that they'll have a chance, and they showed against Washington they can compete with the top tier teams, and it's probably going to be an overtime game as well. But like, I don't know. It's if there's any team that's going to break the Ducks streak, it's going to be Carolina, I think.
Yeah. So it's very close, but they have Carolina 56.5% to 43.5.
That's actually very close.
That is close.
That's a lot closer than I expected, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team to break the streak is either going to be Carolina, or it's going to be like the Chicago Blackhawks or the Seattle Kraken or the Arizona Coyotes. Like it's going to be a bottom feeder team or like one of the top teams.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. So, yeah. Do you have anything?
It wasn't Arizona, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Well, I don't know when we play Arizona next. Hopefully not anytime soon here. But do you have anything else you want to say about Carolina?
They gotta uniform their uniforms. That's nothing about them on ice, but like,
no.
it's so everywhere. They're great jerseys, but nothing is consistent throughout them. But that's just a me thing, right? Being a jersey nut and everything like that. So
yeah.
But
speaking of jersey nut, sorry, you sent this to me earlier. The new Gulls jersey. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we could talk about that really quickly, I guess. I think it's a great jersey. I'm not sold on the front crest just being like the arched gulls.
Yeah,
like I feel there's something missing there.
There's too much negative space below.
Yeah.
Not really a fan.
The rest of the design though, I really like actually. I really enjoy that they embrace the blue, which is the difference between them and the Ducks in terms of like their colorways.
Yeah,
I appreciate that they embrace that, and that looks like a classic jersey. The white shoulder yokes aren't done too much. You don't want them to be done too much because it kind of feels special when it happens actually for whatever team, right? Like the Islanders, it looks really good for. Like I love that one on their alternates. I like the look of the rest of this jersey. It's just that cresting is the only thing kind of throwing me off right now.
Okay, this is the best I can find really quickly for the jersey, just in case anyone hasn't seen it and they're watching, then they kind of know what's up. we go. This is from their website. So that's the arch you were talking about there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got stuff in the collar, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. See, that's what we were talking about. That's what I was talking about last episode that teams are doing, like putting stuff on the inside of the collars. I like that stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's fun little additions that like you don't see unless you're like really taking a look at it.
Mm-hmm. It says that the text across the chest is a throwback to when they were in the WHL in 1966. It resembles that jersey. So I get that, but I still think they could have added something below it. It's not the arch that I have the issue with. It's the fact that it's just the arch for me.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up on my phone here to see what that looks like. Was that 1966?
Yeah.
Okay. See if there's any images by chance.
That's the best I can find right now. Just, I wish there was. Oh, I think I got one here. That looks like
that's it
from 1966.
See, and that fills out that space just a little bit
better.
more. I think it's just the placement is a little high.
I think so too. Yeah, it's maybe maybe the lines are just thicker because I don't think it's any higher or it's any lower. I think there's just more on the bottom.
Yeah, that one is a replica. I'm seeing like the CCM and like the modern logos on the corners, but that is what it looks like. I'm looking at a team photo from 66 here, so yeah, that is pretty much what it looks like. So
this is, I guess, a better picture. The goalie's pads and other equipment's kind of covering it, but you can see just how much negative space.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Is that big enough? Can I make that bigger?
If you right click it.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta share a different tab here, but
honestly though, when I first saw it, I thought it was just going to be a blank jersey, and I thought the numbers, like how Dallas had it when they first brought in like the Reebok Edge system for jerseys, I thought it was going to have like the numbers there, and I was like, oh, okay, no, that's not something that's ever worked for me on a hockey jersey. So but that's not what it is, obviously.
Yeah, this is Lucas Dostal, by the way. In the URL it says Dostal, so
nice.
Cool. But
like it.
Look at that, man. That's actually a sick helmet too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm not a fan of that. It's just,
I think it's just a little too high.
I think
otherwise,
it might be.
Looking at what it's based off of, like I like that placement better. Yeah. If it was just a slight bit lower, I would probably have bought this now, and I do not have a whole lot of money, to be honest, right now.
There's a lot of, like, if you look though, like there's a lot of blue between the orange collar and where that is though. Like it looks like it's a lot lower. I think it's just missing stuff on the bottom, honestly.
Yeah, that could be.
So, and I'm also not I guess you can't see my mouse. I thought you could, but I'm also not a fan of the Ducks patch on his left, our right, looking at it though. It sticks out because the color doesn't match.
I think they're required to have that. Like I think it's on like all. I could be totally wrong.
Pick the Mighty Duck then. Yeah, it is. You're right. It is, but it's just I don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. Pick the Mighty Duck, but also Anaheim, just bring the Mighty Duck back.
Well, yeah.
The more we see of those orange jerseys this year, the more I see people on Twitter saying like, just make this the home jersey. Like this is what it should be and stuff like that. So like even Jamie Drysdale just wore it for like during practice the other day. And it's just like, yeah, just make it the home jersey. Just do it.
Do it.
Yep.
Just do it.
Make the Mighty Duck your main logo again. Just do it.
I see we're already running a little bit long here, but I mean, we're having fun, so it's good. But do you want to throw it over to what's quacking here? We got something quick for that.
Sure. Yeah, we got a quick one for that here. So as I talked about before, I'm pretty sure I talked about this at the start of the episode. We're not going to get too deep into the Spider-Man stuff, or really that deep at all. You want to talk about it though, feel free to message me at Tate Namas on Twitter. But I came across this, which I thought was pretty funny, just because we know, and this isn't a spoiler to Carter, so it's fine. Yeah. Doc Ock is in this, obviously. I won't say the rest for some of the other casting, just because I'm not sure how much Carter actually knows.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. So, but this one we're good to go with. I've really been enjoying these memes that are like, hey, like, what are you talking about? Like, it's this year, we're gonna go do this kind of thing, right? So, like, I was like, I just made one up, like what we were talking to Carter earlier of like, Harambe, Trump was president, COVID. What are you talking about, dude? It's 2003. We're gonna go get the new Blink-182 album, kind of thing, right? Like,
yeah,
like wake up,
that kind of stuff.
And so I found this one though, which I thought was pretty funny. So it's Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, Thanos, Mysterio, Infinity Stones. Peter, wake up! It's 2004. I'm gonna throw a fucking car at you.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, because we know Doc Ock loves to throw his cars. So, but,
I mean, I
thought that
if
one
you
was
had
perfect,
like massive robotic arms that could lift whatever you wanted, would you not lift up cars and throw them?
Oh, absolutely, I would.
Yeah,
but mind you, I'd probably go to like a salvage dump or whatever you call them. I wouldn't just be throwing somebody's brand new car kind of thing. Ripping the doors off and throwing those at Spider-Man.
Quick question for you: if you woke up one day and somebody had surgically added 4 robotic arms to your body, what would you do? What would be the first thing you do with those? Because in the movie, didn't he like rob a bank or something? Wasn't that the first thing he did? He was like, "Look at these arms." Then he was like,
actually he flipped. No, he flipped the car when he woke up.
Oh,
because he walked.
That's right.
Yeah, because they get fused to his body in Spider-Man 2004. Spoilers for Spider-Man 2 from 2004. But like, yeah, it gets fused to his body, and then they have the like the horror inspired scene because it's Sam Raimi, who that's where he got his start, was horror movies. So it was great to watch. But like, I can still like feel and hear the nails clawing into the ground and the scraping, like kind of the same feeling of like scratching your knees, like nails against the chalkboard. Honestly, even just the sound of chalk on a chalkboard, I fucking hate it. But yeah, you have that brilliant horror scene, right? And then Doc Ock waking up because it was the arms doing it, like all the murders and stuff like that, and like kind of realizing like, oh shit, kind of thing, right? And he skates out of the hospital. Yeah, first thing he does is because a car is coming at him, like he goes to brace it, but the arms just flip the car. So
that's right.
Yeah. Dude, I have watched that movie so many times. Like you talk about like, like, oh, the tape doesn't work. Yeah. We definitely have a couple people in the comments that probably don't know what a VHS is or like didn't grow up with that, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but like, like you talk about like, oh yeah, you burned out the VHS or like the tape or something like that. How I didn't somehow manage to burn out that DVD though that I had of Spider-Man 2. I don't know how. The thing still works. I do still have it. But how I didn't manage to burn that thing out with how many times I watched that movie as a kid. Like I still remember going to watch that movie. It was actually, I'm pretty sure it was actually at the movie mill here in Lethbridge. We were visiting my grandparents who live up here. I was living somewhere else. And yeah, I remember my mom and I went to go see that movie actually.
Nice.
Pretty sure at the movie mill here. So,
Nice.
but yeah, and then it's so like watched it so many times on DVD after. I love that movie. That's such a great movie.
It's a classic, yeah.
Still arguably one of, if not the greatest superhero movie of all time. And
yeah,
we know how much I love Endgame and stuff like that, but just from like a story perspective, that is the perfect superhero movie. That is arguably the perfect Spider-Man story outside of the comics. So I love that movie so much.
For sure. You still haven't answered my question though. What would you do with the arms? Very first thing.
Break out of a hospital and flip a car.
Flip a car? So you just turn into Doc Ock then?
Yeah. No, actually the first thing I would do is go to the U of L and use those to get up the fucking fine art stairs.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, I was thinking like scale a building or something like that. Something that
we don't have anything tall enough here to do that. Like to get the enjoyment out of it. Like I think the tallest building in Lethbridge is maybe like 7 stories. Like,
yeah, but with the arms, you could like walk to someplace. I don't know, like Seattle, climb the Space Needle. Honestly, actually, the first thing I would do, I would go to New York.
That actually works perfect. No, you know what? first thing I'm doing is I'm calling up the Seattle Kraken. Hey, I will be your mascot.
There you go. No, honestly, first place I would go to New York, just climb the Empire State Building, and just scream as loud as I can like Godzilla or King Kong. I guess Godzilla doesn't climb the building. It'd be like King Kong, yeah.
Okay, actually, first thing you do, you go buy a trench coat. Second, you go to New York and scale a building.
Yeah.
Or you go to Disneyland to their new like Marvel park or whatever.
Oh,
you pretend to be one of the cast members as Doc Ock.
And then you give a wedgie to some poor dad that just wants to like take a picture with his kid.
No, you find the cast member that's dressed up as Spider-Man and you give him a wedgie. That's what you do.
There we go.
Or you walk up to him and pull the it's two words from the trailer. It's not spoilery. You go up to that Spider-Man, you just go, "Hello, Peter." Just freak him the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the first thing? Or I guess you said it. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretend to be King Kong.
Yeah.
And just scream
with
on the top of
mechanical
buildings.
arms.
With mechanical arms. Yeah. Hopefully someone films me and then they market it as like Octo Kong or something stupid like that. Something that sounds just as dumb as Sharknado, and then I just like bring in royalty checks, you know? Okay.
Oh, man.
I think it's a good place to end it here, though. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to say really quickly, though, because you know about, see, I don't know what you know actually about this movie.
Pretty much nothing. Very little.
Just tell me who's in the movie.
I know
that you know of.
I know that there's
just give me characters.
What's his fucking name?
Just the characters.
Yeah. Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Okay. I know he's in there. I'm pretty sure that Tobey Maguire is in there, but not 100% sure. I know that Doc Ock is in there.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure that Electro is in there as well, because I know we talked about him being in there a long time ago. Yep. Yeah, like Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yep.
And I know that it's a Spider-Man movie that comes out in December, and that's really about it.
You know the other hero that's in it, right? Or no?
No, not a clue.
Okay, yeah, I can't say shit then.
Okay, yeah. Like, I try and stay away from all this stuff so that I go into the movie and I'm like, wow, I didn't see this coming. This is awesome.
Okay.
So
I feel like have you seen a poster for this, Steven?
Nope.
Man, okay.
I scroll very fast nowadays just so that I avoid all this stuff.
If you somehow stayed away from this one character, I'm actually impressed because he has been everywhere on promotion.
I might know. So tell me if I'm right or wrong, but just don't say who it is. Is it Doctor Strange?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I have seen that. I did know that, actually. Yeah.
See, now we went down that train and I forget what I was going to say about it.
I have no idea.
What were we talking about? I don't remember. It'll come to me later.
Probably. Yeah.
I wish we had instant replay here. I could go back and like see my train of thought.
Yeah.
But
go up to the scoreboard, the tan above us, you know.
Yeah, exactly. See the replay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember shit.
That's okay. We'll save it for next time. Nate, where can they send all of their favorite Spider-Man memes to you?
Oh, please send me those guys.
Where can they send you more pics of Spider-Man?
I'm laughing too much, and my throat is not good enough to do try a JJ impression. You can send me your pictures in your memes of Spider-Man at Tate Namas, TATENHOMAS.
Wrong button. No.
And your hubby duck pictures.
Yes. Got to tie it back full circle, you know.
Yeah.
I also like Spider-Man memes, so you can send them to me as well at Carter.
Just don't spoil the trailers for them.
Yeah, exactly. And at Quack Report Pod as well, and at HockeyPodNet. Thank you guys very much for listening to this. We will see you guys next time.